Welcome to another episode, everyone. So, Wack 100 and Alshan Martin just tapped in on my phone. They had something to say about the video that I did yesterday. Now, what happened was Alshan got a hold of me. He called me. This was a little while ago, an hour or so ago. And he said, uh, Wack 100 wants to holler at you. He said, Wack wants to holler at you. First, he greeted me, as I said before, or as I said yesterday, Alshan is my bro. That's my little bro. Now, let me say, a lot of stuff is about to hit the fan. A lot of shit is about to come out tomorrow, in fact. And it cannot be stopped at this juncture because according to Wack 100 and Alshan, Gumby has already let the cat out of the bag. Gumby is the one that is really starting all of this stuff or started this conflict on the internet with the Hoovers or made it open season for people to speak on the Hoovers with some of the content that Gummy was doing. Now, it's a lot, man. Let me try to break it down. Summarize the conversation or what have you the best that I can. Now, so Alshan calls and he said, Wack 100, as I said, Wack wants to holler at you. Me and Alshan, we greeted one another. I haven't seen him in some years. And he had a lot to say too. So he said, I don't know if you want me to call Wack 100, if you want me to give him your number, or if you even want to talk to him or whatever, bro. I don't know, but I said, well, you can call him. I don't know about giving him my number, whatever, but you can call him. I'm not going to duck him. I'm not going to dodge his phone call. I've been running content on him. I've been saying his name. So I have to stand on my content. I have to stand behind what I'm saying. As I've said, anyone who has a problem with my content or what I'm saying, holler at me. Whether it be on the street, on the phone, or whatever. And I'm going to let you know, I'm going to stand behind what I'm doing and what I'm saying, and you stand on how you feel. I only ask that you don't say nothing on the phone that you would not say to my face. You feel me? So, he calls Wack. Wack get on the phone, he's a bit aggressive. I'm like, yeah, little caveman, whatever the fuck his name is, talking about I'm instigating. I said, hold on, bro, hold on. So Alshan stopped him also and said, hold on, Wack, this is my big bro. This little Chinaman is not caveman, it's little Chinaman, it's my big bro. And he's letting him know, even by saying that, hold on, this is somebody. It's somebody you talking to. You might want to watch your tone. So I told Wack, man, you being a little bit aggressive, bro. Calm down. Because if you don't like that video that I did yesterday, you really not about to like the one that I just dropped. Because I called you a bumpy faced police. And the next one that's coming, I wasn't so nice. I was a bit more aggressive. And the one yesterday, not so much. Yesterday, I did say that you were starting shit or whatever. You were all in the middle of it and you were in Hoover business. Yeah, the fuck, that's clear. But I did also say that it wasn't your fault or Adam's fault, that it was the individual's fault that was on the phone. And it was Gumby's fault for taking that call and going as far as he did with the phone call, etc. But I made it explicitly clear that I wasn't blaming Wack 100 or Adam 22. That I was blaming the individuals involved in the phone call. However, I did feel like Wack 100 said too much. Hey, Gumby, they saying you bunk. I felt like he was starting shit. So anyway, Wack 100's position was to summarize the phone call the best that I can. First of all, as I said, a lot of things are about to come out tomorrow. I'll get into that in a minute. the best that I can. But his position is that the Hoovers called him. He said that he's a comrade, an ally of the Hoovers, that he has love for the Hoovers, and that he gave me a story, told me a story about Hoover D, rest in peace, and something that happened there. And because of this, he can never turn a Hoover down. He said, man, I'm damn if I do, damn if I don't. They called me. He said it was not a setup, that he did not know for sure that Gumby was even going to be on the show. That's why he called Adam and asked him, hey, is Gumby there? He said he also did not know what Alshan and Hoover Lou was going to say to Gumby. The only thing he know is that the Hoovers called him, Alshan, Hoover Lou, whomever, and say, hey, man, we need to get a hold of Gumby. Basically, like, we can't get a hold of him. We get, I guess that's like what Hawk was saying yesterday, man, I've been DMing Gumby. I've been DMing him, and he's not returning my message. And Gumby said, man, no, you must have a fake account or whatever. You ain't been DMing me. So I guess the gist of it to Wack, how it was put to him, I guess, essentially, is that we can't get a hold of Gumby. And we have some things to say to him, but we know that you can get a hold of him. So Wack is telling me, man, I ain't instigate anything. I didn't get involved in anything. I didn't know what they had to say to Gumby. Well, certainly, no. Because when you call, the first thing you say, hey, Gumby, hey, the Hoovers right here saying you bunk. So you know that they at least thinking this of Gumby or about to say this to him. They not calling and say, hey, what's up, big homie? You know they calling and say some bullshit. Because that's the first thing you said before they even got on the phone, is that the Hoovers saying you bunk, and I don't want to get in the middle of it and this and that. I told them to tell you. So anyway, he said that he didn't know, I guess, exactly what was about to be said. But he went on to say that he talked to me about the interrogation tapes, said that he has the tapes, and that Gumby indeed said that it was AI, that he told him that when he confronted Gumby with this information. So he said that he wasn't getting in Hoover business, that the Hoovers had just called him and asked, hey man, can you get us in contact with Gumby? Because we have been unable to get in contact with him. Like he's dodging us or whatever. And Alshan is chiming in, and he's saying, oh, bro, you don't understand, China, big bro, big homie, that Gumby started all of this. He started all this on the internet. I said him and Hawk were attacking one another. I told Wack, hell, I saw the episode with Young Hawk and you, Wack. Well, Young Hawk is speaking very bad on Gumby's name, saying that he was getting pumped in the backside by one of the OG homies or something. And that's why he did what he did. All kinds of stuff. So Wack said, nah, man, Gumby started it on a podcast with Adam. So basically, the gist of it, and Alshan was saying, man, Gumby started all this, bro. He started all of this shit on the internet. It's Gumby, Gumby, Gumby. He started everything, and now he's said some more stuff that's about to come out tomorrow that's about to get some other shit really explosive. So I'm like, all right, man, still my position, it remains the same. These conversations should not be had on the internet. But their position was that Gumby started all of this on the internet, and now he's hiding on No Jumper, basically, or trying to hide behind No Jumper, or they can't get a hold of him. So it's like, man, we got to bring it to this dude right here on No Jumper. This is the only time we're going to be able to get a hold of him and say what we got to say. Basically, they admitted that they was trying to embarrass him or whatever, make him look bad or, whatever, because like he been dodging us. And Alshan was saying Gumby running around in character, basically making himself look like he the shot caller for the Hoovers and he the number one Hoover around here and, and all this old shit and all these damn podcasts, bro. And then a motherfucker can't get a hold of him. He's speaking ill on people. and he harboring, this individual. I didn't want to do it like that. I didn't want to call him on the internet, bro. But it's like that's the only chance I was gonna have to get a hold of him. And he doing all this shit on the internet. So yeah, I went on and confronted him on the internet. I ain't saying this right, whatever. I said, yeah, I understand that, bro. But none of that should happen on the internet at the end of the day. Period. Bottom line, because as we know, as I said, these RICOs have been coming down. People going down. Let me disabuse you of the notion that you are invincible, that it cannot happen to you. It can happen to anyone. And when you carry on discussions on the internet, on a podcast, that the feds had already made it abundantly clear they are watching not only certain podcasts, but this one in particular, because of all of the gang members that comes on No Jumper and all of the drama that's on there and etc. It's one of the podcasts that they're watching. They said that, from my understanding. So you can't carry on a conversation on that podcast or any podcast, but particularly that one, talking about who's harboring a snitch and basically saying that he's being protected, that Gumby is protecting him. And basically, he should have been done something to him. How come you protecting this snitch? You should have been done something to him. And then Gumby is retorting and turning around and saying, I ain't protecting him. Y'all should have been done something to him. What the fuck? Y'all sitting there talking about doing something to a person, to a human being? That's like conspiracy. They can trump up some shit. And you might say, well, yeah, you repeating it on the internet yourself. You're not helping the situation, bro. Maybe we ain't see No Jumper. We just learning about it here. Well, whatever. The fuck? I don't give a fuck. It's on the internet. Keep that dumbass shit off of the internet. That's the whole point. I'm a content creator. I'm going to cover the shit that's about to come out tomorrow. It's going to be explosive. Sure the fuck am. The fuck? You shouldn't go on there. Stay off of the internet with this nonsense. That's the whole point. No Jumper got 5 million subscribers, and the feds have already, I got 30,000. Don't come for me. The feds have already made it clear. Y'all put it all on No Jumper. So hell yeah, I'm covering it too. You want it to be covered. So anyhow, Alshawn, he just was explaining his side that Gumby has been coming for him, basically, speaking bad on him, and that his position is that Gumby started all of this shit on the internet, period. That was also Wack 100's position, that Gumby started all of this shit on the internet with the Hoovers. Before the end, Wack 100 said, before Gumby hit the internet 7-8 months ago, it was just Milk representing the Hoovers on the internet, he said. And he wasn't telling Hoover business. But then Gumby hit the internet, and it's not that it's a Hoover on the internet, but it's the kind of content that he's doing, exposing Hoover business, and was talking bad about certain Hoovers and all of this as soon as he hit the internet. So yes, this opened the door for individuals. And then still Gumby wants to be the number one guy, wants to be a superstar on the internet, and all of this. And still him keeping all this shit going. The shit that's about to come out tomorrow, they're telling me, there's some shit that Gumby done put in motion that can't be, retracted yet. I've seen the text message. Alshan, Wack 100, they sent me the text message that they got from Adam about what Gumby told him. It's a whole mess. It's some whole shit that's about to hit the fan that cannot really be stopped now because it's already been exposed. It's already been talked about with Adam and Gumby or whatever. Adam is not about to keep it a secret. He's about to expose it tomorrow with Wack 100. And when he do, I'll be covering it and I'll expose it. Be on the lookout. So that's it, man. Wack called, said that he said that he's an ally to Hoovers, that he's a comrade to Hoovers, that he was not instigating or trying to get involved in anything, that he was just making a call because he was asked to do so by these individuals. And he didn't want to turn them down because he had so much love for Hoover. So he didn't want to turn them down. So he said, all right, I'll call Gumby. You need me to call Gumby or see if Gumby's there? Okay, I'll call. He said, I didn't know what was going on. I just called, and then all that other shit happened. So that's his position. And Alshan's position, again, is that Gumby has started all of this, but again, that's Wack's position too. And, again, that some more shit is about to hit the fan that Gumby done put in motion. And that if anybody needs a DP or needs to be checked, they didn't say DP, I don't want to put words in their mouth, but, if anybody started this shit and has been able to get away with it, it's been Gumby. I received a couple of other phone calls regarding the same situation today. One from my OG homie. And regarding Gumby and that phone call that took place and how everybody's feeling about it and what's about to take place. And I'll just say, man, as I said already before, you better be able to separate the two. The streets from the internet. People have proven themselves not to be adept at that. And so, we all must face the consequences of our actions, everyone. Better be careful of your actions. Shit's about to hit the fan, people. And, a lot of what's about to happen is self-inflicted. It's individuals without self-control, getting on this internet, wanting to be famous, and all of this shit, be a famous gangster, and really bringing nothing else, no kind of content, just other than spazzing out and trying to have viral moments and get famous off of that. No, man. You're watering down the game and it's going to come back on you. So that was it. That was the conversation. We spoke for 30 minutes or so. As I said, I let Wack know that I dropped another video today, and that one was even worse. I basically said that Gumby should take him out for getting involved. But again, he said that he was not getting involved, that he was just helping out a fellow Hoover that he has love for. He has love for Alshan in particular. That's his nephew, he said, and he was just trying to get a hold of Gumby for them and didn't know what was about to transpire. He has a lot of other stuff to say about Gumby, about what happened in prison, about a lot of other stuff. I'm not going to get into that right now anyway. As I said, and Alshan had a lot of other stuff to say too, but I'm not going to expose any of that right now. I'll let them deal with that. They're going to expose it. Some of it's about to come out tomorrow, as I said. Once it does, then I'll talk about it. But I'll let them I'll let them. They didn't ask me not to speak on it. They did not, but I'm just not going to speak on it right now. I don't feel like it'd be right. They didn't tell me it. They didn't give me this information and send me the text messages and all that for me to come on here and speak on it. I don't believe. It's going to come out, and then when it comes out, I'll let them get it out, and when it comes out, I'll speak on it then. So that was it, man. They called in. They said that. I said what I said already. Shit. I still feel like Wack. Whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. He said what he said. I respect it, bro. I took his call. Like I said, I'm not dodging anyone or anything. And some more shit's about to hit the fan. Stay tuned, man. Stay safe and stay free, people.